You should never buy more land than you can afford to fence. You wouldn't believe how many people I've talked to who imagine that they want more land because it'll provide a buffer for sound and whatnot. And in all reality, well, that's just not how it works. You could be in the middle of hundreds of acres of land and someone could start a generator just outside of that, or maybe there's a road, and you'll hear both with no problem whatsoever. Fencing offers you a solution that is more controllable. And what a fence will do for you, it can reduce a little bit of that sound that travels. It can heavily reduce the wind. It might allow you to improve your soil and plant trees, and it'll keep your animals in, and it's potentially going to keep predators out. So out here, the wind is very damaging and it destroys the ground, and having fencing and whatnot gives you a way to improve the soil. And this is just a patch that I'm starting to plant cover in. None of this grass used to be here, an example. So largely what matters most is, as long as you have enough land that you can build and maybe put in a septic system, that's about all that matters. And I just find that if you can afford to fence the property you buy, it's a pretty good gauge of if you can afford that land or not. More land equals more maintenance, and if you can get by, 1 acre is plenty for most small families. That's much larger than a city lot in most cases, and it's enough to have gardens and a little bit of livestock. And I would say most people, even if they have a really large lot of land, their actual homestead is usually only on an acre or two. So when I first started my little homestead, I bought 2.5 acres. I paid cash. I really didn't have much. I didn't have much money. I didn't have much building material. I had never bought land before. And I came out, and one of the first things I did was I put up T-posts, but I was super broke. So I put T-posts every 20 feet roughly. And then I just ran poly wire, which is like electric wire. I just ran like 5 or 6 strands of that to heavily encourage my dogs and whatnot to stay inside, and hopefully predators to stay outside. And it always worked quite well. And that was the cheapest way to get started. Then later I upgraded that poly wire fence so that, there's about an acre fenced around the homestead. Then the entire perimeter's fenced. And so I upgraded those to T-posts every 10 feet and barbed wire, like 5 or 6 strands. And then more recently, I've gotten 80, is that right? Yeah, 80 feet of 6-foot tall solid wood fence with heavy posts. And the plan is to do the entire perimeter like that now. And it'll have major benefits, especially for wind blockage and for allowing the soil to improve and grow more fruit trees and things like that. I'm excited to be hosting a live Q&A and lecture event on May 16th at 10 a.m. And if you pick up the path on my website between now and then, you'll gain access to that live, and we can walk through your specific situation together.